Alrighty, happy Monday, everybody, and we are back for another Monday Miracle. And tonight we are talking about adaptability and resilience. And I would say adaptability is probably the biggest thing that a lot of the kiddos here are working on, whether that be transitions, things not going their way. It can also show itself in immune system function, emotional regulation, moods, all the stuff. And if you guys are new here, haven't seen the Monday Miracle before, I just come on after my shift every Monday night and just talk a little bit about some wins or some improvements, overcoming some challenges that we have seen with kids or families in the office in the last week or so. And this one's an exciting one because it kind of talks big picture on some of the big goals that we're working on pretty much every kid here, and adult, quite frankly, too, because when I talk about adaptability and resilience, those are really the two big things that we're working on, big picture with everyone. Adaptability simply means when stress comes your way, when frustration comes your way, when something doesn't go your way, you can adapt to it, right? You don't have a breakdown or a tantrum or really get in your feelings, that type of thing. And resilience means when that stress comes your way, maybe it takes more of it, maybe it takes more frustration, more irritation before you have a negative feeling or some breakdowns or whatever it may be. And really that's what it's all about, because the realistic fact of life is like stress happens, right? Things don't go our way. Transitions happen, whatever it may be. And for so many of these kiddos, they struggle with that because their nervous system is locked into a state of fight or flight, stress mode, on edge mode. And so yeah, it's a lot harder to deal with these things when you're in that state, right? If you think about it as an adult, like we know the story of stress. When I'm super stressed and getting ready for a presentation, or you're super stressed at work, maybe you don't respond as nicely as you'd like to your significant other, or maybe you're a little more on edge when your kid misbehaves, right? Well, same thing goes for them. It's just that they are oftentimes locked in or stuck on edge or stuck in that stress mode. And so now that's just their norm. That's their normal state of being. And we see that all the time. And so what I wanted to share here real quickly, I kind of got on a tangent there because this is what we talk about. This is what I talk about with parents in the office all the time. The story I wanted to share, the Monday Miracle I wanted to share, is this kiddo had a re-exam. And I just want to share some of the things that mom and dad are seeing. Immune health, right? That's a perfect one of resilience and adaptability, because they had an illness run through the whole house and he got over the illness in 48 hours. Beautiful. That it took his parents, who not under care yet, but we got to work on them, a week to conquer. They're noticing that he's easier to redirect and is listening better. They're noticing that he's having less outbursts when things don't go his way, and tantrums when he can't quite get what he wants, and more mood and emotional regulation. And they specifically mentioned an awesome story where, well, the story is not so awesome, but unfortunately he's working with some kids that aren't being the nicest to him at school. And it happens, right? Kids are kind of mean. It sucks, but it is what it is. Whether that's kids being mean or frustrated with work or whatever, these stressors are going to come into our lives. And so what they've been noticing is that when these situations show up, he's been able just to handle them really well and just kind of work through them, right? And let go of that frustration or those behaviors a little bit easier. And again, that's what it's all about, right? Adapting to the situation. You can't necessarily always control the situation. So how do we respond to it? How do we adapt to it? And this is just sometimes the parents can just put it in a better form than me. But this really says everything for what we're working on with this kiddo is he's able to change his mind and be rational, right? In the past, when things wouldn't go his way or they would ask him to stop something, he would really struggle with that, right? And he's getting really good. He's getting better at controlling this. Another thing they wanted him to work on is he almost started to learn to kind of avoid some of these hard situations. And so he wouldn't take on, he's a super smart kid, he wouldn't take on some of the hardest projects or things at school. And he challenged himself on a hard piece of work at school this week and even got a note from the teacher saying what a great day he had. And in the past, they'd have to talk to the teacher after school almost every single day about his just overall behavior, and focus is a piece of it as well. And they said this has not occurred in weeks. And that's what it's all about, right? We're seeing in real time his system start to regulate, his system getting released from that stress mode, his system starting to be more adaptable, more resilient, and that's showing itself at school and at home and in all these awesome ways. So just thought that was a good one to share. You have both big picture and some small picture examples, but really that's what we're working on with every kiddo here. Happy Monday Miracle. Have a great rest of your week.